You jotted down a few notes on Twitter that I wanted to get at, and one of them was about Golston. Now, Osa sat out apparently with was it a hip or a quad? I think it was a quad contusion. And Chauncey Golston apparently got some work inside, and this is what you had to say about it. He stuck out to me both with his build, he's much bigger, and his speed. Can you expand on that?
Yeah, and I actually have an article coming out today on DallasCowboys.com that you can check out that kind of dives deeper into that. I had a great conversation with him after practice, and it was funny because we showed up and we sat down. We were right beside the defensive linemen, specifically the edge rushers, for the first portion of individual drills. And I looked up and I was like, who is 99? And of course, he wore 59 last year. I was like, who is 99? And this is the first time that I've seen him in that number. I looked down at my little roster card. I was like, there's no way that's Chauncey Golston. This is a typo. I mean, he looks massive, like big in a good way. I mean, his arms are bigger, his legs are wider, and he's got more on the core side of things. Like, he looks big. And so watching him, I was like, okay, so he looks big. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? And then when they were in drills and you were looking for get off and you're looking for quickness and the bend and the ability to kind of move, he was one that still was as quick as the other guys. I mean, he didn't lose a step in terms of his size. So initially my note on my notepad, I wrote, Chauncey Golston looks big, and I capitalized big and underlined it because I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And then after that, I said, and he has the same speed. So the fact that he didn't have any kind of drop off from a speed standpoint, but his size was there, was impressive. So I went up to him after. I was like, hey, how much have you gained this offseason? He said 20 pounds.
Wow.
So he was like, I've put on 20 pounds. And I was like, how did you do that? And he's like, I hired a chef. I've got my body right. We've really taken a step to moving forward with me in a full off season. I was like, that is awesome. And he's anticipating that he would play a little bit more of the 3 technique, maybe a little bit more of a 5 technique. And he played 2 snaps last year as a nose tackle. I don't know if he's going to do any more of that specifically, but I would expect maybe more of a versatile role for him bouncing along that defensive line. He may take more snaps as an interior defensive lineman than he would as an edge rusher. He still worked with both yesterday, so it's not like it's a completely full-time switch, but it's trending that direction. They want him to be versatile, and right now he's showing off that versatility in the early parts of OTAs.
I wonder if this is a direct connection with Dan Quinn, bringing in that kind of more versatile front seven type of look. I mean, he did it last year, bringing in guys this year. He's kind of, came with that same mantra. But my face when you said he put on 20 pounds, I wish you could have seen it. That's nuts.
Somebody else that I was talking to yesterday was like, yeah, maybe 15 today, and then like at the moment, and then it'll be 5 more after lunch. Like, I mean, there's a little bit of disconnect on whether or not it was a complete 20, but that's what he said, and I probably had the same face that you did. I can't see you in front of me, but I anticipated very similar to what I had whenever he said that to me initially.
Interesting nugget, man. Interesting nugget.